good performance and a good win after a tricky few days, I think.
Yeah, it's been a tough week. Kiel, obviously the big thing. That's a big loss for us. Gilly not making it to the game. And throwing, we haven't performed in the 3 weeks prior to it, and laid down the sort of challenge to our middles of how they needed to play, and they responded well. Look, we're not a bad team. We weren't a bad team when we're just losing those games by 2 points, but it's quick how everyone jumps on and wants to call out the negatives. It's human nature as well. It's easy to find negatives constantly in any walk or anything you do. There has been positive stuff going on in patches, but we managed to string it together for longer periods today.
Because you were slightly wobbly start, and then once you got into the game, you controlled.
Yeah, I think
long stretches.
What we haven't been doing, we did. So territory, we managed to spend a reasonable amount of time in the opposition's end. Couple of nice tries. Brandon, we hadn't seen him kick ball before, I don't think, and he's kicked for 2 tries in the last 2 games. Scott comes up with another good one. I thought just generally across board, everyone did the job pretty well today, and that desperation was back in our defence, particularly on the goal line, where they're a good team, York, very good team, and they stretched us. They got some good players. They made you vulnerable, but I think we had the desire there that we probably haven't seen just yet.
Because there were probably some moments in that game where the salt and store tackle just before half time, where if they get a try there, those are the things that gave us the on, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think it would have changed because we were that dominant, but you're right in saying that. There were some big plays. They scored off a kick which, if it was a set play, would have saved it, I think, but because they went right, left, offload, come back and then kick, your full-backs having to zigzag and do a lot of work there, so it's hard for them to get on the end. Disappointed with that. It would have been brilliant to nil a team like York, who they've been really good. They had a great win last week, beat by Lee. There's no shame in that though, to be fair. And they got beat by Toulouse away, first game of the season, and I don't think they're panicking. I don't think they're worrying about losing. That's this early season. There's 24 more rounds left after that one. Am I just counting that because we've only played 3? Yeah, so there's a long way to go. As much as it's great to get a win, we're not going to get carried away and start thinking we've cracked it now and everything's fine. We've still got a lot of work to do.
How did Kiel's news go down?
As you'd expect, I suppose. He's a nice bloke. Well liked, fitting brilliantly straight away, and it's a tough one for the team because take the personal side out of it. He's a 9. He's here improving the other 9s we've got, and that's a bit of a blow for us. But it's just another shot of adversity, and we'll move on. But back to Kiel though. Yeah, he's obviously good. Not many people control how they end up playing. I think being ruled out on medical advice isn't a shameful one at all. He's had 10 years of a bonus career in essence after the original diagnosis and operation and so on he had, and he did a great job in pre-season. In the friendlies he looked like that missing link of the great service out of dummy half. He was starting to manage games, he was growing into it, and then the performances were off, which we spoke about, but we probably both excused it in those conversations based on the collective weren't going well, therefore your job's getting hindered and so on. But then after the Sheffield one where he played next to no minutes before, he just couldn't do any more. After that we had a chat, and he was open and honest, which is kind of Kiel really, a great trait of his, straight up, team first. He could have sat on it a bit longer, tried to see if he could get some form, but he knew something was wrong and did the smart thing. He's obviously been checked out, and that's that for him, but he goes with our best wishes, and he will definitely be missed.
Do you head into the market now for a 9, or do you try and use your dual red?
I think we'll look. I think 6, 7, 9 and 1 are positions where in an ideal world you need your own, you need the control of them. If they're dropping in for a couple of games, leaving for a few, it's no good to you. So we'll have a look. There's a few names have jumped up already, not to sort of jump in his grave, so to speak. But we have to be proactive. We can't just let this, plenty will come to us, but maybe not the ones we're after, so we need to get out there and have a good look and see what's there. But we've got Kurt's a good player, Pudgy's now fit, he can do the big minutes, and we've got Muzzer who can move in there and do a stint as well if needs be. But got a bit of cover, but I'd like another out and out 9 to be honest. So we'll have a look and see what we can afford as well, James. To be honest, it's not as if we're going to the supermarket and picking up what we want. We'll see what's there and we'll make a decision next couple of weeks.
You had Sam Hewitt in today. I think you were probably expecting more than that. What happened with us?
Yeah, I hope I'm not giving anything away. I don't think I will be. They had a few days off the week previous, which a few lads took advantage of with their families and went to get a couple of days in the sunshine, Tenerife, where obviously we're seeing a lot of the news, coronavirus, the quarantines and all that. They came back. I think they're in good health. They haven't got coronavirus or anything, but obviously the necessary precautions need to be made when you return from there. That meant they couldn't be involved in training all week, which then meant Huddersfield couldn't provide us with anybody's. And I said after the last game, I think it couldn't carry on. There probably would have been changes, would they be available, but luckily for the lads that took the field who probably didn't deserve it based on what they produced, I think all of them had a decent crack today and proved a point to themselves, to each other, to me as well. So it's all worked out alright, but it's been a bit of a messy week to be honest.
We were able to move the ball a bit better this week, obviously with the dry weather. That was conducive to some good rugby out there, some good tries on show as well.
Yeah, I thought we played some good stuff, probably overplayed a few times, got to 18-0 up and then we started giving them gifts I've spoke about previously, letting them out of their end quite easily. I think there were a few of the odd bits that could have gone our way as well, maybe scored a few more points, but that's more of a reflection of the team we are, I think, than what we've produced in recent weeks. The challenge now is to have that as our minimum and move forward.
And there was a good team try, finished off by your brother Scott getting over for his 150th career try.
Yeah. Good milestone. Kind of got about 50. No, I think that was really unselfish of Jody, to be honest. I thought Jody could have just put the foot down and gone for it. Probably did the smart thing in these conditions because it would have been a slidey type tackle. No, he deserved that try. He's been one of our most consistent in the opening rounds. That's again, he's like a chunk of them now. They've set themselves a standard early on, which we hadn't necessarily done in the past. It's normally been 6, 7, 8 weeks before we get to where we're seeing some consistency. We've got half a dozen lads who are playing well now. They've set the standard. The others need to get on board with what they've done today. And as I say, that's to be the benchmark and improve from. So, pretty happy. But again, we're not going to get carried away. I think I said it in the programme notes. Letting the people praise you. You can't listen too much because the same people deflate you. We just need to keep looking after what we can look after and keep chipping away.
And that'll give you a bit of confidence going to Lee Centurions next week.
Yeah, that'll be a very tough game. Lee can go to the supermarket, and I've gone to the supermarket and get what they want. But they've got a good coach who's got them playing some good stuff. It'll definitely be a challenge. It's always a challenge when you go to Lee, and I think we will definitely go with a little bit of a boost off the back of that performance. So yeah, we'll go. We're expecting another tough encounter as it always is.